to be tonight, that's for sure. Yeah.
Thousands were in Lincoln today for the longest consecutively running music festival in history. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Abigail Wood. Nicole has the night off. The Zoo Bar carried on their history of hosting music legends in Lincoln. Channel 8 Eyewitness News reporter Evan Hummel joins us now live from the event.
That's right, Abigail. The Zoo Bar has a lot of history. A lot of blues legends have passed through here, and they're celebrating 44 years. 44 years brings with it a lot of history and stories. The Zoo Bar in Lincoln has both. Saturday, they held their annual Zoo Fest, which started in 1998. They say it's the longest consecutively running musical festival in the country.
It's rare that a place like this can last as long as it has, and that's all because of the support we get in the community. Lincoln's been awfully great to us.
The bar's musical history goes way back. Its first owner, Larry Beamer, was a musician and UNL alum. One night after hearing blues legend Luther Allison play at UNL Student Union, he convinced the music great to play at his bar.
Last time he was ever filmed was at the Zoo Bar, and if you look at the banners that we have up there, he's one of them. He's one of the legends that we're trying to honor here today.
Allison was the first act to play at the Zoo Bar, but not the last. Many famous acts would follow. The music is etched in the walls, and an otherwise unassuming bar draws bands from across the nation. Today, Peter Waters, who started off as a bartender nearly 30 years ago, owns the business.
It's such a music lover that I kind of fell into this. I didn't think this is what I was going to do. I loved hanging out here right when I turned of age.
Zoo Fest is a celebration of the bar's history, and they're expecting more than 15,000 people this year.
So we got our start here, and Larry Beamer kind of pushed us a little bit, believed in us, and we got to do a few shows from the beginning in the early days, and we ended up going on the road after that. You know, venue, I mean, a comforting, a welcoming audience, great staff. It's always had a really good, big part of my life, you know.
Tonight's headlining act is Charlie Musselwhite. As you can see behind me, he's playing right now, and it's going to be going on all night, so we have still plenty of time to make it down here. Goes till midnight. Back to you, Abigail.
That sounds like a lot of fun. Thank you, Evan, for that live report.
Well, what I would expect is just be able to get it done on a timely schedule and have enough resources and people to get it taken care of, and have all the people that live there get notified about what they're supposed to do.
Residents are looking for answers after a fire ravaged through their apartment complex. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Nicole Cousins. Well, Friday's fire at an apartment complex on 20th and G has left dozens of people without homes. Tonight, they're waiting to hear whether they can go home and wondering how this could happen to their community. Channel 8's Evan Hummel joins us live now with how they're coping in tonight's top story.
That's right, Nicole. I'm standing out outside of 20th and G, where a fire destroyed most of this apartment complex behind me, and residents still don't know when they'll be able to return to their homes. 2 days after a fire ravaged through an apartment near 20th and G streets, there still remain unanswered questions. One of them being, when will the building be livable again?
All these people losing all these things and having to suffer so much because of one tiny incident. I mean, it's really heartbreaking and sad. I mean, I don't know how I would react.
Fire investigators say the timetable could be up to 2 months, but it depends on how quickly contractors can start work. The inferno sparked when a resident used a lighter to check the gas tank on his motorized bike. Inside that unit were a dog and 2 cats. When veterinarian Kimberly Morrow heard the news, she sprung into action.
One of my friends came to my door and knocked and said that there was a fire right across from my apartment, and that there were animals involved. And so I just put on my boots and, you know, did whatever I could to help them.
She performed CPR on a black lab named Daisy following the fire. Unfortunately, Daisy didn't make it. The 2 cats also sadly died.
My heart goes out to all of them because there's a lot of people that live in this apartment building, and you know, I'm at a loss. I'm hoping that the community will be able to take care of them.
The building sustained $175,000 in damage. Right now, the Red Cross is helping those displaced by the incident.
Evan Hummel reporting in our top story tonight live from 20th and G Streets. Thank you, Evan.
Right, but a special trophy for next week's game against Minnesota is in town. Channel 8 Eyewitness News reporter Evan Hummel joins us with more on that. Evan?
That's right, Rod and Megan. The $5 Bits of Broken Chair Trophy started in 2014, taken by the winning team in the Nebraska-Minnesota football game every year since. And it was at Blue Blood Brewery tonight. Nebraska and Minnesota's history dates back more than 100 years. But a more recent tradition is catching the eyes of fans these days.
A group of fans decided to get together and make a new one. My friend from church said, "Hey, can you make a trophy?" I said, yes, I can.
That's Luke Peterson, who helped build the latest version of the $5 Bits of Broken Chair Trophy that dates back to a wager between Twitter parody Faux Pelini and Goldie Gopher, Minnesota's mascot. In 2014, the Gophers would come away with the victory, their first in Lincoln since 1960.
It's kind of funny that the trophy started on Twitter itself, because seeing a picture of it retweeted is how I found out that it even was being rebuilt.
After Bo Pelini's departure, the trophy seemingly disappeared, but has since been given new life. With a new design, the image of the former Husker coach on the $5 bill has been replaced with that of Herbie Husker. It's been used at events for Nebraska's Team Jack Foundation and Minnesota's Masonic Children's Hospital.
We want to do something that was going to last a long time, that was going to benefit as many people as possible. I was at the game where Jack Hoffman ran for his touchdown. That was still one of the best experiences of my life.
Just a reminder, Nebraska does play Northwestern tomorrow, but they'll be fighting for that trophy next week, and here it is.
I think it's great that they're using this not only for fun and to get the fans all riled up, but for charity as well.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a great cause, and it's a pretty cool looking trophy, too. I mean,
Yeah,
looks
it's
like a lot of
quite
work
the
went into
design.
this. So.
It's kind of
Heavy.
That is pretty neat. And again, this is going to go to the winner of the Minnesota-Nebraska game in a couple of weeks.
That's true. Yep.
Or a week and a half.
Yep.
All right.
Sounds
Thanks,
like
Evan.
Nebraska can get that. We'll see.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Did save our life.
The community is rallying around a little girl who saved her family's life. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us.
The family's home started on fire last week.
That's right. A 10-year-old is credited with saving their lives, and now people are helping them. Channel 8 Eyewitness News reporter Evan Hummel talked to her dad today and has our top story. Evan?
Rod and Megan, more than a week ago, a fire ravaged through a South Lincoln home. No lives were lost, but the family is still looking to rebuild. An electrical fire on April 13th caused major damage to a home north of 48th and Highway 2. But thanks to the quick action of the family's 10-year-old daughter, everyone made it out alive.
Smelled smoke, heard the smoke detectors going off, and immediately jumped into action. She grabbed our 1-year-old son, her brother, out of his crib, and came and pounded on our door, woke us up, and we got the whole family out, including the dog.
The family has seen an outpouring of support, which they're very thankful for. But it's still not easy.
It does break my heart that you know, a lot of my daughter and my wife's cherished things. My son's one; he doesn't know what's going on, but my wife had, you know, a lot of sentimental stuff in there, and my daughter had a lot of sentimental stuff, and there's a lot of things that are just irreplaceable.
The Martins' daughter lost most of her toys in the fire, but she's taking it in stride. The family is receiving help, and donations are being accepted at Indigo Bridge Books, an on-the-go mobile gas station right across the street from their home. And if you need some ideas.
Interested Legos. She's also into superheroes and nerdy stuff. She's really good at science, loves bird watching.
She may love superheroes, but her dad says a superhero in his life is in no comic book.
In fact, I've told the story numerous times to folks, and it almost brings tears to my eyes every time because, I mean, she's our hero.
The Martins say their daughter had a handwritten plan in case of a fire. Again, donations can be taken to the Indigo Books and on-the-go mobile gas station.
What a mature 10-year-old to not only have a plan just in case there was a fire, but to jump into action like she did when there was one.
And grab her sibling.
Yes. Oh, bless her heart. I hope.
An amazing little girl.
Yeah. Hope she gets some toys and other things, make her life a little easier. Thank you, Evan.